Look up. The people needs to see you. Hello guys, today I'm back with another video, again with only my hands and this cloth and my phone, because my face is still not feeling like cooperating, so you're not going to see my face for a while, sorry. So today I'm going to be sharing 3 of my favorite self-care apps. I will link this particular lock screen in the description below, so you guys don't need to ask me about it. And also the icons that I'm using, I will link them below, so you guys can just check them out if you want to. So let's get into the first app. The first app is called BEARABLE. Let me zoom in. It's called BEARABLE. This one, it's a bear. BEARABLE is also a word, which is kind of fun. So let's get into this. So basically what it is a self-care app that lets you note down your symptoms and feelings and lets you analyze the relationship between the events that you experience and your feelings / symptoms. So the first thing that I have on here is a food diary, so you can just keep track of what you're eating. You can add tags of what food you're eating, like maybe alcohol, maybe you ate vegetarian, you ate dairy, whatever, so you can keep track of how you felt afterwards. So maybe you're allergic to dairy. That has a word. What is it called when you can't eat? When you're lactose intolerant but you don't know it yet, you could track it, and if you feel bad afterward, you will know that it's maybe because of dairy, because you tracked it. So I tracked my breakfast, and you also have a water tracker, which I should drink some water right now. And let's press into it. You can see all the recent foods that I ate. I can just quickly add them here. You can also add snacks, so it doesn't have to be only proper meals. Then the next thing I'm using it for is extra notes. So the notes thing I use as a diary. I write diary entries. For example, I'm filming a vid. And then as you can see here, it has a timestamp, which is the best thing about this app, is that every time you write a diary entry, it has a timestamp, so I know when it happens, and I can add as many of those as I want. Then the next thing is called gratitude. It's a gratitude log, and you can see my one gratitude log, it shows up on here, so I'm just gonna add another one. I'm grateful for VICGEE sleeping on my lap while I'm filming. So that's a fun fact. VICGEE is sleeping on my lap right now. So maybe you can hear her snoring. That's not a bad thing. Also shows the time. Then the next thing is called mood. So you can see I already made 3 entries of my mood. You can track the scores from 1 to 10. So now I'm maybe feeling like an 8. Feeling very loved, grateful. And in the bottom here, you can add why you're feeling that way. And why is because VICGEE loves me. So I can add that, and then that's the 8 point. And then you can see here from the scores, it calculates the average mood that you're feeling. And the one good thing about this mood tracking system is that it doesn't ask you to enter one mood for the entire day, which is what mood tracking apps usually wants you to do. But it's kind of impossible to do that because it's impossible to only feel one emotion for the day. And if you experience something bad that day, it's really easy for you to just focus on that bad thing. But actually throughout the day, there's something good that is bound to happen, you know? So it kind of lets you focus on the good and tells you that the bad thing that happens throughout the day is not the only thing that defines your day, you know? So that's one good thing. And then the next thing is called symptoms, which you can track your symptoms. And I have a list of my recurring symptoms. And the most recent one, fun fact, is finger peeling. The thing I used to do when I'm feeling anxious is rubbing my ears, but recently it has turned to finger peeling. So that explains why my thumb is so freaking ugly right now. But that's a thing, and that's the thing I'm fixing, and I'm trying to stray away from that path, you know? I'm just trying to keep my fingers good because I'm filming videos like this and I have a wrecked finger. Like, no one's gonna click on my video. Okay, anyway, it divides the day into 4 time periods, and they have 4 levels. So the first is none, and then you have mild, and then you have moderate, and then you have severe and unbearable. Okay, that's 5. You have 5 levels to track your symptoms. No symptoms so far in this day, which is great news. And then I have factors. I have a lot of categories here, but you can turn them on and off according to your needs, and you can add your own categories as well. So for example, I added this work category on my own, and today I worked on some filming, I worked on some admin stuff, planning. So I just tracked what I worked on that day, and maybe it correlates to how I feel, because I've been productive. Maybe I feel better when I'm productive, you know? And then I also added a ton of these stuff that you can all customize. So everything that you see on here is customizable. You can add as many things as you want. Oh my god, can you chill? Your snore is really loud. And then the last thing that I have on here is health measurements. It measures your health. So it's just numbers like weight, step counts, nosebleed. That's a custom thing because I always have nosebleeds and I want to track that. So that's the gist of how I use this, but they also have other things like meds, supplements, and sleep that you can track. And then in this thing, you can see all of the entries throughout the day and you can just read them all. In the bottom here, you can see the insights, and here is really where the fun is. Like if you have time, like I can spend the whole day in here looking through my stats because it explains the relations between each factor and symptom. For example, maybe you didn't used to eat breakfast, but when you started eating breakfast, you started feeling more productive, more energetic. So you see the correlation between the two, and then you'll be like, oh my god, maybe eating breakfast is a good thing for me. But obviously it doesn't have to be that simple. Like maybe that there's a lot of stuff that can build up stress in your life, like maybe going to a lot of appointments, having a lot of social events, and then just one day you have a breakdown, and then you can look back and see what built up to that breakdown, and you can deal with these things better in the future. That's it for this app. I think it's really good that such a simply designed, plain, straightforward app exists. Like it helps a lot for you to document your life. It helps me to get to know myself better about things that I subconsciously feel. It helps me notice the patterns in my life and how that leads to my emotional change, my mental well-being. So that's a bonus. That's this app. It's called BEARABLE. The next app is called ROUTINERY. This one. What it is a routine app. Surprise! And what it does is you can create a list of tasks that you would like to be in your routine. And then you can also choose the icon to display while the timer is going. And you can time each of your tasks. You can enter the estimated time for you to complete that task, etc. So I'm just gonna freaking show you. So in my morning routine, you can see morning routine 8 a.m. to 8:26 a.m. And this is my morning routine. Don't ask why I need to pee for 5 minutes, okay? Because it takes me a long time to get out of bed, okay? It's complicated. I drink water for 1 minute in the morning, then I go to the bathroom for 5 minutes. Then I
have a suggestion that I drink water 1 minute， 然後以前覺得好奇怪，但係我真係試咗之後發現好好。其實 drink more.
Yeah. And then I brush my teeth for 3 minutes, and then I do skincare for 10 minutes. It actually doesn't take 10 minutes, but I just like to leave a longer timer because if I finish early, I can't have a sense of accomplishment. And then I arrange my bed and throw away the trash on my bed, like my used contact lenses.
No, it's yourself. You leave the bed.
You think you're so funny. And then I do a weight check,
Whack.
and then I change my clothes for 5 minutes, which actually usually takes longer, but we're not going to talk about that. And then, so you can see here, I have an estimate of how long it takes for me to do each of those tasks. You can change your icon, you can have a context for that, but I know what drinking water is. I don't need to have a description. And then I can add a feedback, so maybe like for that day, it was particularly hard for me to brush my teeth for some reason. So I can just add some feedback. My gums bled. So I will know that my gums bled while I brush my teeth. So maybe I will know to take longer to brush my teeth so that I don't hurt my freaking gums. So that's routinery. You can actually just do this for everything. Like I was planning to make a work routine. Like maybe I could just do it now. Like You need to subscribe to make 3 routines. So I'm just gonna stay on 2 routines, guys. No more routines. So this is my night routine. Relatively simple. Why do I not have brushed teeth on here? Roleplay POV. It's the morning now, and then I'm gonna drink. No, start the routine. Start, and then it's gonna count down. The timer's running. I'm drinking water. Sip, sip. I'm gonna check, and then it goes to the next timer, which is pee. And I'm not gonna pee, and then I'm gonna skip, and then I'm gonna brush my teeth, and then done. And then I'm gonna do skincare, arrange my bed, and now I'm gonna show you what happens when the timer goes over. So see you in the next minute. Coffee. Was what I was saying exactly. Okay, so now the timer is over, and you see it calculates the overtime as well, and you can snooze it, and you can go to the next habit, whatever, but it counts the time for you, so you can still keep track of how many time you spent. How much time? Oh my god, level 2 English. Go to next habit. Wait, check, done. Change clothes, done. And that's the whole routine, and it tells you you didn't run over time. Oh my god. And then at the end of the day, you get a freaking summary of how you did, and then it's done. And what is good about this app is that it helps me stick to my routine, because sometimes I like to skip parts of my routine, like for example skincare. I don't like to do skincare, and then I get breakouts, and then I'll be like, oh my god, skincare actually works, and then I go back to doing skincare, and then my skin gets better, and then I'm like, maybe it's fine if I don't do skincare now, so then I skip skincare again.
Every time.
Just so annoying. But because this routine thing plays automatically, plus the pressure of having a timer, I'm more incentivized to finish the entire routine, because it's so like 赶草, like so tight. Is that how you translate it? Tell me in the comments below if you speak Cantonese. Also, sometimes I just forget parts of my routine because I'm small brain. Like checking my weight is a recent thing that I added to my routine, and I always forget to do it. So if it's in this app and it shows automatically once I finish the previous task, I will never forget to do it because it tells me to.
其實我覺得佢呢個 app 咧喺度一開始整個 routine 有啲難，因為你要 visualize.
Yeah, you have to visualize it, and you have to think about the time it takes, and then you realize things take so long. That's fine because it helps you like plan your time also. Okay, the next thing that I like about it is that it makes it easier to get out of bed. And it's unbelievable that I'm saying this now because I don't get out of my bed ever. But since I've been using this app, I have been getting out of my bed. Crazy, right? So my first task is drinking water, which is very, very easy to do on my bed because I have my water near my head on my bed, and I don't have to move to get my bottle. So I can just be like closed eyes, get my bottle, drink from my bed, and then I wake up, and then the 1 minute of drinking water is over, and then I go to the next task, and then I gotta pee, so I gotta get up. Miraculously, this just worked. The reason why I put drinking water at the top of the list is not only because I am very thirsty in the morning and I want to drink water to keep my throat moist, but it's also because it is always easier to start something with something easy. You know, like if the first task of my day was brushing my teeth, I would not get out of my bed because I freaking hate brushing my teeth.
Why are you so dramatic about teeth?
So if that was my first task, I would be like, oh my god, I don't want to put a freaking vibrating piece of machine in my mouth the first thing in the morning. But if it's like moisturizing my throat, yummy.
So gross for no reason.
Yeah, it's just like drinking water. When the task is simple, it's easier to get started in the first routine. I also want to apologize. The tone of this part of the video is vastly different from the bearable part of this video because my sister joined in. When my friends join in, I get crazier. The other thing that I like about this app is that it lessens the friction between your morning routine, because you have an exact list of what to do, so you don't have to think about what to do next. Because I always think about, oh, should I do weight check first, or should I just fold my blanket first, which is annoying because if you have to think about what to do next, you just end up not doing things because it's easier to not do things. But when you know what to do, you just do it. So I don't know if you get what I mean, but that's the thing. So that's it for this app. Maybe you think I'm crazy for needing an app for me to tell me what to do in the morning, but it does help. And then the next app and the last app is called HABITICA. which I've briefly talked about before, but now I'll get into more details. So basically, it's a habits, routine, to-do app in an RPG style. So now you can already see like my health bar, my magic bar, my experience mana bar, my experience. You can also see my coins, you can see my username. This app is also kind of like a social media app because you can add a lot of users on here, and there's a lot of communities in this app, like maybe students community, artist community, LGBT community. And then what it does, I'll just try to explain it. The RPG aspect, you can see that there are coins. So when I complete a task or a habit, I get some coins. There's also a health bar and mana bar system, so I can use the magic for some stuff. If I don't complete a task, my health gets damaged, as you can see here. And then there's also an experiences system. So when you complete a task, you get some experience and then you level up. I'm level 100 something. So the first thing on here is habit. As you can see here, I have 5 of these habits. They're all positive habits. So if I journal, I can press on it once. The more you do a habit, the color will change. Like, so for example, I journal like 10 times now. So it turns blue. So you can see which one you do the most frequently. But that's not the only thing. So maybe you want to track when you eat healthy foods versus junk food. That's that. Create positive and negative. So in here, you can see I checked both positive and negative. So every time I eat something healthy, for example, if I eat a salad, I could check healthy. And then if I eat a bag of chips and that's not healthy, I can do a minus. And every time I press a minus, it minuses my health. So that's how you can set up habit. It's not compulsory, so you don't have to do them every day. You can just use this as a reward and punishment system for funsies, like for any. Oh my god, for everything that you want to track or everything that you want to keep yourself accountable for. The next thing is called dailies. These repeats every day and they are compulsory. So every day I gotta do my morning wellness. I gotta so if I didn't check these off at the end of my day and it goes to the next day and I still didn't check them off, I will die. Like the health bar will go down, I will get damaged, and I will have to pay the coins that I earned previously to fix that health problem. So, but don't fret if you didn't check off the task that day, you will not die immediately. The app will ask you if you did any of the tasks yesterday, and then you can check them. This is my sister's phone because we're in the same party. And then the next thing is to-dos, which is kind of boring, so it's just to-dos. In the rewards, you can buy these stuff, clothes, potions, chests, whatever. But the real deal is you can set these rewards for yourself. So these things I made myself. I set the coin amount myself. I made the name myself. When I want to order food outside, which is not very healthy, I consider that a reward for myself. So I gotta spend the coins to do that. So I ate stuff from outside today. So I gotta spend the coin to let myself know that this is a treat. This is not something healthy. This is something that I earned, etc., etc. And you can do this for a lot of different things. Like maybe if you spent like a day studying and you did something, checked something off your checklist, just do something to reward yourself with. And this gives you a more concrete idea, more like straightforward illustration of how your hard work brings you like reward. And it doesn't even have to be hard work. Even just completing your daily routine can earn you coins, and just completing your daily task earns you the right to enjoy things. You know, you can enjoy things. So that's that for reward. baby 擺咗佢塊面落張台度啊！勁得意，Bobo. That's so cute. Okay, whatever. Figgy, you're ruining my video. So there are other functions like guild, pets and mounts, customization, equipment and items, taverns, but I don't use all these functions. So if you're interested in that, you can just look into that yourself, and it's really fun. So what I like about this app is that it really shows the negative consequences of not completing your task. So for example, in real life, it's really hard to see the actual damages of skipping a meal because you're not gonna die from skipping your lunch, whatever. But but that's still unhealthy and still like damaging to your health. If in this app, if I didn't complete the lunch task, it hurts the health bar. It kind of reminds me that by skipping the task, it is kind of hurting my physical or mental health in some, oh my god, in some way. The reason I set them is because I want to keep myself accountable. So if I skip them, it's not gonna be good for myself. And seeing that being reflected in the health bar reminds me of that. And the next thing that I really like about this app is the reward system, because it's really easy to forget to reward yourself for the hard work you've done, but simultaneously it's also really easy to indulge in rewarding yourself once you decide you want a break. So using the coins you earned from completing other tasks help you keep track of rewards you're indulging in, so you first of all don't take it too far, like you don't binge the entire show in one day, but I usually do. And to remember that you deserve a break for everything that you've tried hard doing. And finally, it's just a fun concept. Like doing tasks in a form of an RPG is just a fun concept. It gives me something to do in between completing tasks. It's just really fun. And it makes routines not so boring because you can do them with your friends. So that's it for this app, and that's it for all the 3 apps. And I think in this video it's pretty apparent that I get crazier the more I record stuff.
This video.
Yeah.
All
of my videos. Okay, whatever. But anyway, thank you so much for enjoying this video till the very end, and thank you for watching, and I hope one of these apps helped you even in the slightest, and I hope you enjoyed watching me obsess over apps and exploring apps as time goes on. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments and I will try to answer them. And if you want to see anything else or want to see any of these apps explained in a more detailed way, you can also ask me that. See you in the next video, I guess. Okay, bye! Say goodbye by saying hi to VICGEE! VICGEE! Kiki! 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 Reward system. Lạn quậy. Bubba, look up. The people needs to see you. Okay, 38分鐘。